Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. No webcam this week. Thank goodness. I am so tired. I am probably more afraid than usual. Today, we are looking at a new villain, by which I mean an old villain. It is Poker Face. Yes. Another villain called Poker Face, distinguishable because her name is 2 words instead of 1. This is an old deck by D. Smale. That means it does have some issues with wording, but we'll get to that. Fighting against Poker Face are Akash 3, Spirit of the Void, Echelon 2199, and a new variant of Jace, Telepath Unbound, and we'll be fighting in the Literary Journey. Poker Face is, if you remember the Carnivale di Rovina environment, which I showed off probably a year ago at least, I think that is meant to be her lair, because that was a thing that D. Smale did. So we're going to be having lots of troop cards and card-themed revelers and so forth. But first, rather than looking at her rules card, the setup says, see Persona Instructions card. So we move over here. At the start of the game, reveal cards on the top of the villain deck until H-2 troop cards are revealed, put them into play, shuffle the other revealed cards into the villain deck. Let's do that. So I got me a Volto and a Pantalone. Stack Poker Face's 4 Persona cards with the top Persona, matching the dominant suit of villain cards in play. In case of a tie, match a Persona card to the tied suit that is first in play order. So we have a diamond and a club, which means she's going to be a diamond. I've got the spade up to begin with, but the way I set this up is I've got the club on the back of that, and then this card is diamond and heart. So I'm just going to move these, and as long as I move the rule card and the art card in the same manner, I will keep things in line. At the start of the villain turn, determine Poker Face's top Persona card using the same procedure. There's a good chance we'll see all 4 of her Personas during this game. So let's take a look at her gameplay. When this Persona card is on top, Poker Face plays an extra card during her play phase. Oh yeah, that's right, this one sucks. At the start of the villain turn, reveal the top card of each deck. If a target is revealed and it has the most HP of all cards revealed, put it into play. Place all other cards on top of a hero deck. At the end of the villain turn, the hero that gained those cards may deal themselves X lightning damage, or X is the number of the non-deck cards they immediately move to the owner's trash. Otherwise, non-deck cards can be moved into hand by draw, but the hero cannot play them. Which is weird, because it means you can fill up your hand with junk cards that you can't play. Like, if you had the Scholar, he would actually like that, because he could dump his hand for massive damage. But okay, so it is the start of the villain turn. Let's reveal the top card of each deck. Okay, so we get Ulysses. There's 4 decks in this game that have targets in them. Place the card next to the hero with the most cards in play. At the end of that player's turn, discard the top 5 cards of that player's deck. If that player's deck is shuffled, this card deals that hero 7 projectile damage. Let's just throw him over here on Jace. We'll try and wear him down. Okay, so that goes into play. All the other cards go on top of someone's deck, and we're going to say Akash 3, so that's 4 cards going on top of her deck. Poker Face gets to play 2 cards. Blackmail File, oh boy. Place this card next to a hero character without a Blackmail File. The first time another hero target would deal damage each turn, redirect that damage to the card next to this one. When this card would leave play the top card of the villain deck. So we're going to put that on Akash 3 also. Second card play, Pedrolino, 6 of clubs. At the start of the villain turn, place this card beneath the top H cards of a hero deck. When this card reaches the top of that deck, it deals that hero H-2 cold damage, reduce that hero's next damage by 1, return this card to the villain play area at full HP. So there are a lot of similarities between because I think there's 3 cards of each suit, and yeah, the 6s all go in your deck and do something when they appear on top of it. Again, the wording is somewhat off, but that's okay, we know what's going on. Alright, so end of the villain turn, Akash 3 can deal herself 4 damage, and discard the top 4 cards off of this deck back to their trashes. Oh yeah, let's look at the 2 that I started with here. Volto, whenever a player performs a search or reveal action, this card deals their hero 2 lightning damage. Then the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the most HP 1 lightning damage. That's Akash. Pantalone says, whenever a player performs an action that rearranges any cards in a deck or trash, this card deals that hero 2 cold damage. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the most HP 1 cold damage. Well, and is also Akash 3. Okay, so we want to try and get rid of Pedrolino. Poker Face has no defenses at the moment, so we can also hit her. Any cards in a deck or trash. Okay, I think we want to get rid of him too, because that's going to screw with Akash 3. Let us play Cultivation, and I think she's going to just draw 2 cards and discard the top card of the environment deck. Yeah, none of that actually changes anything. Okay, let's see, can't do that. Let's start with Staggered Assault, and then we will use her power to let Akash 3 draw another card. Draw a card. Is anyone going to deal damage this round? Regression Turret, that'll help. I'm going to use that on the 3 that can actually deal us damage. Draw a card. This is going to be a very interesting matchup between Jace and Poker Face, because he does just as much deck manipulation. Memory Adept. Whenever you discard a card to cause a card to be discarded, you may put that card on the top or bottom of its deck instead of in its trash. When this card is played, discard the top card of each hero in villain deck. Okay, so, alright, his power is Mind Crush. I guess he's Yu-Gi-Oh! Jace deals a target 2 psychic damage. If a character card takes damage this way, discard the top card of its deck. Now I'm going to go ahead and there's no sense in hitting Pedrolino. We'll hit Pantalone with that, draw a card, and then at the end of his turn, we discard the top 5 cards of his deck. You know, this card is actually very unclear. I don't think discarding a card counts as rearranging a card in a trash or a deck. You're just removing a card from a deck and adding it to a trash. I don't know what that means. I assume it means anytime you shuffle or move a card from a trash to a deck. I don't know, maybe he should take 8 damage. Fine. Let's see, I left Luminaries on top, kept Echelons in her deck, I kept his in his deck, so he takes 4. Just to be as fair as possible, I guess. Okay, Literary Journey. Oliver Twist, the first time each turn a card is destroyed, move it under this card instead of the trash. Well, whatever. So, first thing, start of the villain turn, Poker Face switches to clubs. When this Persona card is on top, reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1. Oh yeah. At the start of the villain turn, Poker Face deals the ugliest hero 2 fire and 2 projectile damage. Players cannot decide who's the ugliest. All hero targets take 1 fire and 1 projectile damage each. I don't know why he did this. This is the only, outsized targeting mechanic in this deck, and it's just really dumb. That's Akash. Oh yeah, I forgot about Blackmail File. One of those actually hit her. Oh yeah. That was reduced by 2. And then Pedrolino goes off. She's going to meet the top H cards of a hero deck. I don't think there's any way to cheese this, so we'll put her under Akash 3's deck. At the end of the villain turn, count the cards in each hero trash. Whichever hero has the least gains the top card from the others. Then shuffle that mixed trash into the hero's deck. Every time a card from another deck reaches the top of that deck, destroy that card and the 3 cards underneath it. I don't know what that means. You can't destroy cards that are on top of a deck, so I assume that means you just discard that card and also the next 3 cards of the deck. So bizarre, I don't know. Okay, she gets to play a card. It's Zani, another club. Oh yeah, that's right. The 8s all do weird stuff. Place this card on top of the villain trash. While on top, this card is considered in play. Whenever a different villain card would be sent to the trash, shuffle it into the villain deck instead. When this card would leave play, place it on the bottom of the villain deck. So I'm going to put him there, leave his HP counter in place. Alright, who's got the fewest cards in their trash? It's gonna be Akash 3. Oh man, this sucks for Luminary. So we have just shuffled that troop card into her deck somewhere. Alright, so Volto hits the highest for 1. It's still Akash. Pantalone hits the highest for nothing. Oh boy. I'm gonna scatter seeds. 4. That gets me 1 entire seed in the trash. I'm gonna say that's probably rearranging a trash, so she'll take 1 from Pantalone. And then, with her power, let us play another Cultivation, draw a card, and discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck. Nobody dealt damage for Staggered Assault. Oh wait, no. She dealt damage to herself, so I can hit him for 1. Why not? Oh, except that it would just hit her. Okay, we're going to let this go at the start of her turn. That means somebody can draw 2 cards this round. I'll play Overwatch. I will let Luminary draw 2 cards. Draw a card. Let's triple cross. I want to drop Memory Adept, destroy Oliver Twist, and then destroy Pantalone, who goes on the bottom of the villain deck. Now we can discard cards safely. I guess we'll have Poker Face deal herself 1 damage. And then Devise. Oh, I got the Terra Lunar Translocator. Draw a card. Thought Sift. Each player discards up to 3 cards and draws as many cards as they discarded this way. Lots of discards for Luminary. Alright, power. Let's see. Interestingly, if I used his power on Poker Face, that would put the top card of her deck on the bottom of her deck. I'm going to have him hit Ulysses. Draw a card. Discard the top 5 cards of his deck. Oh, that's right, he also has targets. Everybody but Echelon has targets in their deck. Whatever. War and Peace. At the end of each turn, move the top card from the associated deck into play. Start of the environment turn, destroy this card. Okay, start of the villain turn. We've got a diamond, we've got a club. Diamond is first, so she goes back. Which, thank goodness, that -1 is not great. Alright, then we reveal the top card of each deck. That's a 6, 3, and it's getting discarded. That's a 7. Okay, so Beowulf goes into play. Play next to the hero with the most cards in hand. That hero cannot use powers. At the end of that player's turn, this card deals a target 5 melee damage. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool, and that goes next to Luminary, unfortunately. Cards on top of a hero deck. Okay, who's got the highest HP right now? It's going to be Luminary. He'll be dealing himself 4 damage. Alright, first card play. Stolen Schematics, ongoing. While this card is in play, the hero with the most cards in play cannot use any powers on their equipment cards. Well, that's fine, because neither of them have equipment cards. In fact, I don't know if anybody here has equipment cards. At the end of the villain turn, that hero must destroy 1 equipment card or deal themselves 2 projectile damage. Well, card play number 2, Bauta. He's a spade. Whenever a hero target deals irreducible damage, this card deals that hero 2 irreducible damage. This card is in play, all non-troop villain cards are immune to destruction, which I think means they're indestructible while they have 1 or more HP, so you can't sucker punch them. Because if it was just they're all indestructible, that would be awful. Alright, end of turn, Luminary hits itself for 4. That goes on the bottom of her deck. Hits the highest for 1, that is Echelon. Here with the most cards in play must destroy one of their equipment cards. That is Echelon, so she has to hit herself for 2. Bounta does nothing. Okay, very strange game so far. End of the villain turn, War and Peace plays the top card of the villain deck. Brigella, 7 of Hearts. Whenever a player skips any turn phase, this card deals at hero 2 fire damage. At the end of the villain turn, all troop cards regain 1 HP. That needs to go, although nobody has taken any damage, it seems. Okay, Akash 3 is going to play Creeping Mold, and then with her power we'll play Akash Flora, draw a card. Oh look, there's an Echelon card on top of her deck, so actually that game text is no longer in place, so nothing happens. This is an issue. Then Creeping Mold deals a target 1 toxic damage, Blackmail File means it hits her for 1. And then Akash Flora heals itself, and Akash and Luminary. Okay, let us play Practice Teamwork. That will reduce the damage everybody takes. Everybody draw a card, and then we'll let Akash draw a card, and draw a card. Oh shoot, Brigella's going to be hitting Luminary because he can't use powers. I'm gonna do all according to plan, and he takes 2 fire damage. Draw a card. This deals target 5 melee damage. What is the worst thing on the board right now? Oh, actually, it's going to hit Creeping Mold so that I can take out Blackmail File. Yes. Oh, and I forgot to discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck. Okay, cool. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's do Arcane Research. Reveal and replace the top card of each deck. You may discard the top card of any number of hero decks. Then reveal and replace the top card of each hero deck again. You may put the top card of a hero deck into play. This will take a minute. Okay, we're going to play Akash because she's got Vitalized Thorns, and that'll hit... Oh boy. That's going to hit Poker Face because the troops are just going to heal, and it gets destroyed. And then, well, I guess he'll hit Poker Face, and this Blackmail File, haha, goes on the bottom of her deck. Draw a card. Oh shit, I kept forgetting War and Peace. Okay, everybody get card play right now. Strangling Roots, sure, whatever. First Responder, you may discard a card. If you do, put up to 2 tactics from your trash into play. If you do not discard a card, you may discard your hand and draw 4 cards. Do I have any tactics in here? So you get Know Your Enemy and Staggered Assault, which means she can hit Poker Face for 1 on Jace's turn. First time a hero destroys a non-hero target each time you draw a card. Yeah, that hasn't happened. Oh, that's all according to plan. At the end of his turn, Arcane Research again. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll play Akash 3 again, because she gets to scatter seeds. Practice Teamwork means the most she can hit herself for is 3. Oh, she's got one of Luminary's cards, too. So yeah, hit herself for 3. Draw 3 cards. I'm going to discard that card because it'll go to Luminary's trash. All of these can go into the environment trash. That's much better. Alright, start the environment turn, destroy this card. Oh yeah, and discard the top 5 cards of his deck. Moby Dick, when this card enters play next to the hero with the highest HP. This card is a nemesis to that hero character. That is Jace, unfortunately. Start the environment turn, this card deals that hero X melee damage, where X is its current HP, and shuffle this card into the environment deck. That's it for environment stuff. Okay, cripes. The villain is going out of control here. Clubs, diamonds, spades, hearts. Okay, so the diamonds have it. She stays in place. So now reveal the top card of each deck. The Hobbit. Okay. Who wants to deal themselves damage? I guess it's going to be Jace this time. This card is play. Each player may move an equipment card from their trash into play. Nobody has any. When this card leaves play, each hero must destroy one of their equipment cards. When this card will be dealt damage, you may redirect it to a hero target. Okay, he can just die. This is not an equipment team. Don't play Tesla Knuckles and we'll be fine. Okay, first card play. Recall Agent. Search all hero decks for any 6 of troop cards and move them to the top of those decks. Put those cards into play, shuffle any search decks. I believe that is just Akash 3. Yeah, she's got Pedrolino. That's the only one we've seen. So, this is on top. Yeah, okay, that's on top, so it hits her for 2 cold damage. Reduce the next damage she would deal by a 1, and then she goes into play. Shuffle the deck. Oh yeah, and that goes on the bottom. Play number 2, Columbina, 8 of diamonds. Place this card on top of a player's trash. While on top, this card is considered in play. Any hero card currently in or that enters this trash cannot be removed. When this card would leave play, it deals the hero that owns this trash H-2 lightning damage. I'm going to put that on Luminary's trash, and we'll just put it up here so I can throw things in the trash. He doesn't mind things not being able to leave his trash. See, it's really funny playing this with 2 Oblivion heroes because they didn't exist when this deck was made, so it was not made with them in mind, and that actually causes problems. Alright, end of turn. Jace is going to hit himself for 4, reduced to 3. This Hack Transmissions goes on the bottom of her deck, and that's it for that. Sets the highest for 1, that is Echelon. Here with the most cards in play, hits themselves for 2, that is Akash, who hits herself for nothing. Thanks, Pedrolino. All troop cards regain a hit point. I haven't done any damage to them. Okay, that's it. I'm going to do one with the land. Then with my power, I'm going to play Thought Scour. Jace deals a target 3 psychic damage. If a character card takes damage this way, discard the top 3 cards of that deck. Now we're going to hit Pedrolino. Staggered Assault goes off, which means Echelon can hit her for another 1. And then Strangling Roots will hit her for... Well, no, Strangling Roots will hit Poker Face. Draw a card. Tree heals itself, and Akash, and Jace. And then Cultivation, discard, discard. I should have used Cultivation's power to get those seeds into the trash, but whatever. Okay, I have so much stuff going on. I think discarding for Practice Teamwork is a good idea. I'm going to let the other 2 go. Somebody can draw 3 cards. That's going to be Akash. Ruthless Intimidation. Then we will let Akash 3 draw 3 cards. Draw a card. Alright, he can't use powers, and he can't remove cards from his trash. Awesome. Let's hasten victory. Let's see, first we'll hit Pedrolino, which destroys her, puts her on the bottom of the deck. Now the lowest HP is the Hobbit. Play the top card. Ooh, consider the price of defeat. Awesome. This is such a draw-heavy team. Everybody heal 1. Discard the top card of his deck. I'm getting close to Terra Luna translocating, which is about the only way I'm going to clear this board. Let's devise. Oh wait, I can't. That's right, I can't. So he skips. Brigella hits him for 2. Draw a card. And then Beowulf will hit Brigella for 5, because that kind of is an issue. Alright, Mindseeker Phantom. The first time a card is discarded each turn, this card deals 1 target, 1 psychic damage. Unfortunately, I have made some errors. Jace will deal Moby Dick 2 damage. Draw a card. Discard the top 5 cards of his deck. Okay, we have to get rid of Beowulf so that I can use the Terra Luna Translocator. Except I can't use it. Wait, no, maybe I can. We have to get rid of Beowulf. Alright, start of turn. Moby Dick hits Jace for 5 melee damage. We redirect that. Oh, I can redirect that to Strangling Roots. Okay, hang on a second. Back that up. Jace will use his power to hit Poker Face, ping Brigella for 1, destroying it, actually for 2. Lowest is the Hobbit again. And then start of turn, Moby Dick hits him for 7. We redirect that to Strangling Roots. Destroy an environment card or a target with 3 or fewer HP. Sorry, Beowulf. And then that goes to the trash. Shuffle this card in the environment deck. All 3 cards of the environment deck. Alright, Literary Journey plays Gulliver's Travels. When this card enters play, choose an environment deck from the box. Oh yeah. In the environment turn, play a random card from that environment deck into the environment play area. Cards from that deck are destroyed, remove them from play. When this card leaves play, remove all cards from that environment deck from play. Okay, yeah. I love the hell out of this card. We're gonna cheese this with Freedom Tower. Fuck it. I need all the help I can get. Alright, end of turn. End of turn. None of him. Okay, play a Freedom Tower card. Wraith's Arsenal. Cool. Okay, start a turn. Let's see. Diamonds, clubs, diamonds, diamonds, spades. So she is still diamonds. Reveal the top card of each deck. 3, 5, and that's Moby Dick. Oh, shit. He's going to go on top of Jace's deck again. Alright, yeah, we'll keep this on Jace, because it doesn't matter as long as I have 1 seed in play and 1 with the land. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Good lord. Alright, so she plays a card. Infiltrated Organization. At the start of the villain turn, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck, put any troop cards into play, shuffle the other revealed cards back into the villain deck. Okay, I'm going to be getting rid of that, so don't care. And then she plays Moretta, 8 of Spades. Place this card on top of the environment deck. While this card is in play, no new environment cards can be played, but those already in play are immune to damage and destruction. Please note, if you play this deck in the Enclave of the Endlings, like I did for my test game, this card puts the game into an unwinnable state. It locks the entire game and you cannot do anything. So yeah, she's going to go 2. Now the really interesting thing is I have 2 environment decks in play. Does this cover both of them or just the one that it's sitting on? Alright, Jace is going to hit himself for 3. Fulto hits the highest for 1, that's Echelon. Highest hits himself for 2, that is also Echelon. Hits herself for 1. He doesn't do anything. That's the start. Okay, so the plan is Wolf Eat Monkey. Let's see, what crazy crap cards does Akash 3 have? She's got Staggered Assault. That's not going to be useful because that just is going to go. Let's throw out a Vitalized Thorns and hit Poker Face for 3. Oh yeah, the Mindseeker Phantom should have hit somebody for 1. We'll hit Poker Face. Alright, Power, Cultivation. Actually, there's no sense in doing that because I can't play anything off of it. Let's... I don't have any... Okay, let's use her power to play Instantaneous Maturation. Creeping Mold again? Yeah, Creeping Mold again. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Shit. I can't do Instantaneous Maturation because you have to be able to play the top card of the environment deck. I guess it doesn't matter. What else can I play? I'll use her power to play Thrashing Brambles, and that'll just be it. Oh yeah, did anybody want to use a power at the start of her turn? Yes, actually, Luminary wants to devise. That gets him up to 15 cards. Alright, so draw a card. End of turn, the tree heals itself, and Akash, and Jace. And then we discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck, which I don't think she counts as one for that, so we'll discard that, flip it, discard the next one. Yeah, okay. Whew, I think that's it. Alright, she's got 2 tactics out. It is worth discarding to keep both of them. I'll discard my equipment cards so that I don't lose them later. Let's do remote observation, just for the heck of it. I'm going to activate Overwatch, so when a hero target is dealt damage by a non-hero target, Echelon may deal the source of the damage 3 melee damage. So, I'll activate that, draw 2 cards, discard a card. Oh yeah, Akash 3 discarded cards, so we can ping Poker Face for 1. Discard a card, ping Poker Face for 1. Okay, Luminary is going to use Bared Blade. Deal a target 2 melee damage. Let's hit Poker Face. You may draw a card. Sure. You may use a power. I'll devise. Discard a card. Oh. Ping Poker Face for 1. Discard a card. Oh yeah, and that is actually a Saber Battle Drone. How fantastic. And then for his actual power, we will use Terra Lunar Translocator. So for every 2 cards in my trash, I can destroy a non-character card. That is 9. Let's start with Zani, and I'll kill the Hobbit. And I'm not going to drop Columbina, because I can't shuffle my trash into my deck now, and he's set up to do something awesome next round. Draw a card. Thanks, Luminary. Thuminary. Oh, that's right, I wanted to destroy Moretta. There we go. That's our last one. Alright, let's do Memory Adept again. Discard the top card of each hero and villain deck, and then I can put it on the top or bottom of its deck. Those are all staying on top of their decks. Oh yeah, and he should have drawn an extra card and discarded a card. That's fantastic, because I got the Orbital Death Laser. Oh my god. Non-hero target with the lowest HP is Columbina, so we're not hitting her. Don't get any benefit from that, but Jace will hit Poker Face for 2. Discard the top card of her deck. I can put it anywhere I want. I'm going to leave that on top of the deck. Draw a card. I'm sorry, draw 2 cards and discard a card. Ping Poker Face for 1. Okay, 3 players can draw a card. That'll be everybody but Luminary. This game may end very quickly. The environment plays a Creeping Mold, which hits Poker Face for 3. End of turn, Freedom Tower plays the Medical Ward. Cool. Alright, Poker Face is still diamonds. I don't think she's going to be moving. Alright, let's reveal the top card of each deck. So that's an 8, 3, nothing, 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 3. Okay. Unfortunately, that means I lose the Strangling Roots. So Arlecchino goes into play. First, let me arrange these. Who's getting these? Somebody other than Luminary. Somebody who goes before Luminary. So let's do Akash, because it's actually going to be... There's 2 of her cards, so she's only going to have to hit herself for a grand total of 1 to get rid of the rest. Arlecchino, 8 of Hearts. Place this card next to a hero's deck. End of the villain turn, reveal the top card of that deck. If the card is a target, that player may either discard the card or deal their hero an amount of fire damage equal to the target's HP. Question is, if it's not a target, what do you do with it? I'm going to assume you discard it. But that being said, I honestly have no idea. Alright, end of turn, Akash 3 hits herself for 1 to get rid of the junk cards on top of her deck. Luminary's up to 21 cards in his trash, and that is actually it. Okay, let us do Primeval Germination, Power, Cultivation, get this seed in the environment deck, play the top card of the deck. Hey, it's a Creeping Mold. We'll hit Poker Face for 3, and we'll say Arlecchino has the lowest HP, hit him for 4. Draw a card, reveal the top card of her deck. It is a target. Let us discard the card. I guess actually, if it's not a target, then you replace it. So yeah, we discard that, which means I can hit Arlecchino for 2. Gee, no one dealt anybody damage. Shoot. Well, okay, that was a waste. So I'm going to let Remote Observation go, draw a card, discard for the other 2. Let's play Surprise Attack for the hell of it. And then we will let... No, then I'll do Overwatch again. Why the hell not? Draw a card. Okay, time for Luminary to be amazing. Play the Orbital Death Laser. Now, unfortunately, with Columbina, I can't use the other Doomsday device, but I can use the Orbital Death Laser to deal 22 psychic damage to Poker Face.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And then just destroy it so that nothing happens. Discard the top card of my deck. Oh, let's hit Poker Face for... Actually, let's hit Arlecchino for 2 and take him out. Draw a card. And then you know what we're going to do for Jace's final turn. Finale of Revelation. For each player with no cards in their deck, Jace deals a target X psychic damage, or X is the number of cards in that player's trash, and move this card from the game. 29 damage to Poker Face, we win. That was real interesting. Let's take a look at Poker Face's deck. Oh my god. Outed Identity, ongoing Spades. When this card is in play, the hero with the most HP cannot use powers. Increase damage taken by that character by 1. Pulling up stakes. Destroy all troop cards. Poker Face regains a hit point per troop card destroyed plus 5. Each hero may destroy one of their ongoing or equipment cards for every hero that does not play the top card of the environment deck. So you do, again, want to be careful which environment you play her in. I got this card so many times in my test game. Scaramouche, 6 of Spades. At the start of the villain turn, place this card beneath the top page cards of a hero deck. He deals melee damage. That hero must skip their next draw phase. Rugantino, 6 of Hearts. Same thing, he deals fire damage and destroys one of their ongoing cards. Dator deals lightning damage and destroys one of their equipment cards. Hack Transmissions, ongoing clubs. While this card is in play, the words Search and Reveal are missing from all hero cards. All villain damage is irreducible. That's a very interesting effect, honest to goodness. And that's actually it. We saw a lot of her targets. That was pretty neat. Poker Face is a very ambitious deck. I have never seen a villain with this amount of deck manipulation and just screwing with hero decks and trash. I like that aspect of it. There are a few things that are worded poorly or don't make sense, or in the case of Arlecchino, are completely missing, but that's just a testament to its age. So this is actually, I would say, probably one of D. Smail's better decks overall. And this Jace is actually pretty good if you want to play Jace and be able to deal damage. That's about it. So that's it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels Cauldron DLC, and Vadsky's Sentinels mod are not licensed creating games products. Please support the official release and flip. What did it bounce off of?